everybody today. I just wanted to do a short video about quitting smoking because, you know, it's the new year, everybody's made their resolutions and everything, and a lot of you, it's probably at the top of your list, is to quit smoking. And you can quit smoking. You gotta tell yourself every day, a zillion times a day, tell yourself, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, and convince yourself you can do it, and then start doing it. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It's going to be a rough road ahead for most of you. Now I'm going to share my story with you of how I quit smoking. You know, I tossed the idea around. I used to have a supervisor that would come and he would mess with me all the time about, Mary, you need to quit smoking. That's bad for you. You know, you're making our health insurance cost too much. Anyhow, so I tossed the idea around, but I wasn't really serious about it, okay? And so finally, what made me get serious about it was one day when the boss came to me and he said, Mary, I'm not going to be able to carry you anymore on the insurance. You know, you can still be on our plan, but you're going to have to pay the premium yourself. Well, when I started checking the premium for that and other companies, for smokers, it's a lot higher than non-smokers. So I knew I had several months to go because they had a yearly plan that they renewed and everything. So he told me when the next one started, they wouldn't be able to accommodate me. So I had several months to convince myself. I stopped cold turkey. One day in July, I just said, enough's enough. But leading up to that, I kept trying to tell myself, okay, you're going to quit smoking. But then I'd say, oh, I can't quit. One day I told myself this. Yeah, now this sounds ridiculous, but I was so addicted to those cigarettes. I was like, okay, when you run out of lighter fluid and cigarettes at the same time, that's going to be it. You're going to quit smoking. That's what I told myself. So it seems like I could never run out of both at the same time. It was always one or the other. And then one day I started thinking, this is ridiculous. What in the world? That sounds like a child trying to make some kind of a deal. So, I mean, I got serious that day, and I had smoked my last cigarette out of the pack, and I was at work. It was early in the morning, and the guy that was working with me, he was also a smoker. I said, here, dude, you need a lighter? Have mine. I didn't smoke another cigarette from that day on. And when it come time to the times I would usually take a smoke break, I made myself real busy at work, scrubbing or doing something. The hardest part was in the car, because in the car is where I smoked the most. Now the hardest day was the third day. Don't even ask me why, because I don't even know. But I craved a cigarette so bad that night when I went to sleep, I dreamed that I was going around to everybody I knew asking for a cigarette. And then everybody was like, no, I don't have any cigarettes, I'm broke, you know, I couldn't afford to buy any cigarettes or whatever. And I don't even know why I wouldn't just go to the convenience store and buy them, because there was a convenience store that sells cigarettes by the cigarette instead of by the pack. I should have just went there in my dream, I don't know. So then I ended up at my little brother's house, and he smokes, and I was like, hey, Reese, give me a cigarette, give me a cigarette. And he kept trying to tell me he didn't have any cigarettes. I said, you liar, you're a liar. I got mad at him in my dream and started screaming at him, and it woke me up. And I was craving a cigarette when I woke up, and it was like, okay, I don't have any cigarettes anywhere. That's what I thought to myself. And my little girl was asleep in the next room, and, you know, she was kindergarten age at the time, 5 years old, and it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to wake my kid up to go down and get a pack of cigarettes. I made myself go back to sleep, and when I woke up, it wasn't as bad. It had eased up, that craving. And, you know, for a long time, you have to distance yourself. I had a best friend who her whole family smoked, and they all smoked in the house. And I mean, I used to go visit her almost on a daily basis, but after I quit smoking, I couldn't go over there. You know, they were always telling me, "You don't like us anymore. You don't come and visit us." And it wasn't that; it was the smoke. I couldn't handle being in all that smoke. For one thing, when you quit smoking, you realize how bad it stinks. And for another thing, it made me, you know, when you're around people that are smoking, you're going to want to start smoking. So I just had to pull myself away for a while until I was strong enough to resist. And you know, every once in a while still, if I get the scent of a fresh cigarette, I think about, man, that smells good. No, Mary, you're not going to do it. You're not. I have to tell myself no. But here are some tips that help me stop. That's my story. And I've been cigarette free for almost 5 years now. What made me stop, what helped me stop was water, for one thing. Whenever I knew I was going to quit smoking, I knew I had to flush all that out. And so I went and bought 3 cases of water. And I drank water, drank water all day long. And exercise as much as I could. I mean, I was in rough shape because that truck hit me and I was in a lot of pain, but I still tried to move around more. I got the putty, you know, played with the putty. That helped a little bit with the hands. And talking, I'd talk to people and run my mouth way too much. That was some of the things that helped me quit smoke. So, you can do it. You just have to tell yourself, I'm not going to smoke anymore, that's it. And get rid of the cigarettes, you know. Don't try to make any deals with yourself. And don't try to tell, and this is another thing that I used to do, and I'm sure a lot of y'all do it. Oh, I'm having a rough time in my life right now. I can't quit smoking. Man, I'm just too nervous. I'm too upset. You know, and that's just excuses. You know, that really is just excuses. You just have to tell yourself, that's it, I'm done. And, you know, like I said, don't hang around smokers. You know, tell your friends in advance if they smoke. Tell them I'm going to quit smoking, and you might not see me for a while, dude. You know, we can call each other on the phone, but I can't be around you right now because you smoke. And the smell of the cigarettes, it makes me want a cigarette, and I'm trying to conquer it. When I get strong enough where I know I'm not going to want one, or I can overcome my craving, then, you know, we can hang out again. But that, you know, you just have, even family, if you have family that are smokers, you might have to pull away from them just long enough till you get strong, you know. After you've been cigarette free for a while, you'll start coughing, and some of you might get headaches. That's just minor nuisances. I just wanted to share the story and give you a few tips. You know, if you have any questions, just leave them down below in the comment section, and I'll try to answer them as best I can. If you have a quit smoking story, share your tips with other people. It was nice to share my quit smoking story with you, and congratulations on your decision to stop smoking. And you know you can do it. I'm rooting for you, and you root for yourself, and you can quit. I've got confidence. You can do it. If you like the video, please leave a comment below. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Adios. Sayonara. Catch you later.